Or good afternoon, or good evening, or good night, whatever time of day you're watching. Thank you for watching. What I'm going to do now is talk you through this week's exercise. We're starting off with some clapping games. Why are we starting with clapping games? Really because I know some of you are going to be more than competent when working with this type of material, and others of you not so confident, and that's fine. That's where we're starting. We're giving you something that's easily accessible for both you and your pupils. It's laying the foundations for what's to come, for layering up some really, really fun and interesting rhythms. So clapping games, brilliant place to start, and whenever I'm working with a group of new people, I always do some form of warm-up, normally using clapping games. Now, the ones that are outlined on the download are the ones that we're going to concentrate on in this video tutorial. So the first game is really easy. What I want you to do is arrange your class in a circle, okay? With you as part of the circle. Whenever we work with rhythm, this is always the best way to go, simply because you can see everyone can see everyone else, there's no corners to hide in, and it just makes everyone feel included as well, which is really, really important. The first game is really simple. Now, you have to imagine that I've got a class of 30 children all sat around here, so when I talk to imaginary people at my site, it's not me being mad, I'm just showing you, hopefully, how this will work with you in your school. The first game is really easy. All we're going to do is take it in turn to clap all the way around the circle. So, I'm going to turn to little Johnny on my right here. Now then, I'm going to clap. When I clap, I want you to clap, and then when Johnny's clap, we're going to go in turn right the way around the circle, all the way back to Sarah. Hello, Sarah. So, let's have a go. Do we all understand the rules? Good. Here we go. And it's as easy as that. More or less, they will get right the way around the circle. It's a very, very simple game. Very, very simple introduction to rhythm. The next thing we do is run that a couple of times, stop them, make sure everyone understands the rules. Okay, the next game we're going to do, same thing, can we do it a little bit quicker? Children love that challenge of going faster. So run that a couple of times, and then, when it comes back round to your left, instead of going this way, just turn this way, and clap back that way, and see if the group pick up on that. Some groups will, some groups won't. Keep persevering until they get the idea, and then you can direct which way we're going, either to the right, like that, or to the left, like that. Okay, once the group's got the hang of you directing that, it should only take a couple of goes. The next thing for you to do is stop the game and say, when it's your turn to clap, you have a choice. You can either clap to the right or to the left, but what you must do is really make sure that everybody in the whole circle knows exactly what you're doing, exactly which way you're going. It's a game about clear and concise non-verbal communication. Okay? So run that game again. Eventually, once they get the hang of it, what you will find as well, and I'm sure you'll know which two people will do it, you'll have a couple of normally boys, not wishing to prejudice your class, but normally boys, will sit and do this backwards and forwards to each other and think it's hilarious. When that happens, just move it on, that's fine. Once they've got the hang of that, all of a sudden, when it comes back to your turn to clap, throw it right across the circle, making sure you've got really, really good eye contact with someone and they know exactly what's happening. So pick out someone who's quick on the uptake for that one and see what happens. Quite often the group will then just revert back to going left and right. Sometimes they'll then start throwing it all the way across the circle, which is really, really good fun. That's the first clapping game. You can add variations of that where you go clap to the left, stamp to the right. There's all sorts of things you can throw in that. One thing, if you have space, that kids absolutely love to do is if you get everyone stood up in a circle in the middle of a hall, say, and have a good clear space around the outside, you get one of the participants to stand behind you. When you clap, they've got to run right the way around the circle before the group can get right the way around the group clapping. If you've got a good group, or a coordinated group who are used to doing this, the clappers should win every single time, but it's a good way of really getting them to concentrate. The problem with that game is everybody wants to do it 3 times, so just that in itself can take you about an hour and a half to play, okay? But it's a good fun rhythm. The next set of games that we're going to look at are call and response games. Now, call and response is a fantastic way of introducing a more structured rhythm to your group. And all the rhythms that you're going to work with are hopefully going to have 4 beats to them. Now, some of you are going to be confident and understand what that means, and some of you not so much. That's why we've got the video tutorial, that's why we've got the audio files, so you can start listening for this. Now, the key with call and response is to make sure the group understands exactly what's going on. So, the first thing you do, you know your own class. Do they know what call and response means? Do you do the same game in a different way, call it something else? However you want to describe it is fine. I say call and response or listen and copy. They're the words I'll use, listen and copy. It's really straightforward. I'll now go through some call and response as if I'm working with a class. Okay, we're going to do some call and response now. Does anyone know what call and response is? It's a simple game. It's listen and copy. I'm going to clap a rhythm. I want you all to listen to it, and then you copy it. You copy it once, and then I'll clap a new rhythm. Okay, do you all understand that? Let's have a practice first to make sure I've got this right. Okay, so everyone listen and then copy. Let's have a go. And stop. Excellent, really good. Now, does everyone understand that? That was our little practice. We're going to have a go at this properly now. We're going to start off nice and simple, and then we're going to work out some slightly more interesting rhythms. Let's have a go. Thank you very much. Okay, now that's our first game of call and response. Really straightforward, good fun. Feel free to make the rhythms. Obviously, the younger the children you're working with, the simpler you keep the rhythms. So if you're working with, I don't know, key stage 1, keep it to simple things like kind of level. As the children get older, you can easily go into more syncopated, more fun things like that kind of thing. But again, as you become more confident working with rhythm, you'll be getting better and better at assessing the capabilities of each group you're working with and knowing exactly where to pitch that game. For further ideas, if you're not, because I understand that some music coordinators aren't musicians, which is fine, have a listen to the audio tapes as well to get an idea, the audio tracks as well on the website, to get an idea of some more types of rhythms and get a feel for building your confidence on just clapping simple rhythms. Okay, that's really good. The next thing we're going to do is variations of that game. Now the first one is called Don't Clap This One Back. It's kind of a Simon Says type clapping game. It's really easy. If I clap this rhythm, that's don't clap that one back, or don't clap this one back. So all they have to do, everyone stands up, and it's a simple game. Everyone copies every rhythm you do except that one. If they clap that one, they're out. Great for younger kids. Older kids, you might have to get a little bit sneaky on how to work that, that's fine. Or for older children, you can introduce a slightly more interesting rhythm, something like, which is, if I clap this one, play it on your knees. So if you would play this, the correct response is, and that's it. So you can even start combining the two together and really confusing people. I hope that's been of help to you. Please, let me know. We've got a comments thing you can leave your comments on the website. There's emails there. If you really, really do want to speak to me about it, ring me up and speak to me about it. It's fine. Let us have your feedback. Has this been useful? Have you found what we've done here something you can take straight into your classroom? Because what's going to happen, every week we're going to update this section, give you new games, new downloads, new video tutorials. It's really important that you can start off with these basic ones and then gradually build your confidence up. So the idea is, in a couple of months' time, you're going to be able to run a sort of Samba workshop in in your class, and then be able to run that for your full school. So it's seriously trying to give you a very, very valuable resource here, some free information. So please tell me what you think. Tell me what you liked, what worked, what didn't work, and to make sure I'm giving you something that's going to be exactly what you want. Thank you very much for that.